Alright guys, welcome back to the Lonely Therapy Pod. Your girl's favorite pod. Her words, not mine. The reason why I'm filming this in the whip is because this is the new studio. The new Lonely Therapy HQ, aka studio, where every pod is going to be essentially filmed here. If it's not filmed here, it's probably going to be filmed in a different car. I figured, where are my manners, man? My name is Louie. I am the host of this show. I am a comedian, kind of shitty one, but I need to be better with myself and not call myself shitty. I'm a good one, because if I lie to myself, then I will become that lie eventually. But yeah, so typically I film this in a studio, aka my room. However, there's too many distractions there. Not only that, but I'm in my car like 90% of the time if I'm not in my room. And if I'm in my car, that means I'm out of the house. And if I'm out of the house, I'm probably doing something. I am most likely doing something productive. So that is why it has been relocated to the car. You know, there's a method to this madness. If you're new to this show, hi, welcome. The point of the show is to grow a nice little family, aka a cult, because I've always wanted to be a cult leader. Yeah. So today's programming, where are we gonna start? The way when I've just recently filmed this, New Year's just passed. I got COVID, and COVID felt like something I never thought I was gonna get, right? Because, if I didn't get it in 2020, then I'm never going to get it. And I thought I was going to go down the line, tell the kids whenever they'd ask, so Dad, how was COVID? I'm like, COVID? Never heard of it. What do you mean? It was like this huge catastrophe that happened all over the world. Oh, I'm aware of it. I'm saying never heard of it because it never touched me. And that's how I intended to go about, the rest of my life. But I didn't. I instead got it. I was really sick for 2 days, and then I was chilling. I took advantage of it. I was just getting babied by my family, by my girl. And yeah, I pretty much milked it. But also I couldn't technically, I was milking it, but at the same time I wasn't, because I was waiting to get a negative result. So it's like, I'm good, I'm feeling good, but I can't leave because the result is not there. The result's out there, officer, doctor. So yeah, it was cool. I do comedy. I wasn't trolling about me being a comedian. I try, I try my best. And essentially I went back out, right? My first night back was yesterday, and getting the mic rust off, it's something, I was trying new material, and I felt so shitty because everyone was like, I felt like they were putting in that work, but also keep in mind they were probably going up more times throughout that week while I was gone. So that's me. This is technically it. It doesn't matter. Excuses. I'm a fucking pussy and I'm an idiot, okay? Anyway, but I wanted to reflect on this thought during the holidays. The reason why every time when the holidays come by, I'm always thinking, you know what? I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich. Why do I wish that? Because every year I always watch these YouTubers or celebrities giving away like, oh, here's a new car to my mom, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, I could only get you the $95,000 one. I'm sorry, I'm a scumbag of a son. Don't worry, next year I'm gonna work harder and I'll get you the $300,000 whip. I'd be grateful if I was able to give a $15,000 car, $5,000 car to a family member. But okay, the point of this is, I wish I could give more to my family, but I was thinking, you don't really need to be rich to give. Because the other night we went out It was, I believe, for my parents' anniversary. But the week before that, usually whenever I go out with my parents, I always typically pay. Typically, like 95% of the time I pay. Why? I don't know. It just feels good paying. Even when it's the higher the bill, the better it feels. Even though my wallet and my morals are like, dude, you can't really afford that. But my pride just says, do it. And I do. So my point is, if you're trying to give back to your parents until you make it, until you're rich, stop that. Just do that now. Like, take out your mom, take out your dad, or both. They're together, both of them. Like, one day, just, I don't know, tell them, like, hey, mom, let's go out. And they might think it's weird because they're not used to that. But get them used to that, you know? You don't, why you gotta wait until they're old? And I always forget about that. I always forget that my parents, this is their first life as well. For some reason, it feels like they've lived this shit a million times. Just because, you've known them all your life. And that's all you can think of. Like, you guys do it so correct. It feels so right. Even though you guys have a lot of flaws and issues as humans. Like, you probably don't know how to communicate. And you have a lot of emotional issues that if you grew up in our time, you probably wouldn't have. But, they grew up in a different time. So I always kind of give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that. And, yeah. That's essentially one, take your parents out. Maybe get them something that they like. Maybe if it's like if they like Jimmy John's for some weird reason. Shout out Jimmy John's. The first thing I could come up with. But if they like Jimmy John's, like, hey, maybe get them something from there. Or, you get the point. Get them something they like. Or take them out. Pay for their meal. They'll appreciate that, man. They will absolutely appreciate that. Anyway, that was the wholesome part of the show. Now let's get to where I let my anger out part of the show, which is I've come to realize why people say keep business and family separate, and I always think like, no, I'm gonna work with my family. That's my goal. And in theory, yes, I'm gonna do that. But when it comes to business, transactional things, money, let's see, so I have a family member, which I will not name, because I love him to death, or her, and we don't know. I always do these favors which end up being transactional. I get paid for it, but it's not because I ask for money. I never do. I do this favor for him for free every single time. I would. However, there's other parties involved that are not my cousin. So, damn it, I said, no, I'm kidding. It doesn't matter. We're adults. We're talking about it. So I'm coping with this through you guys. Anywho, I essentially do transactional favors. Sounds like I'm a prostitute. Essentially, I am. But I am an Uber prostitute, if you will. Like I drive my cousin around. The thing is, I love this guy. I'll do any favor for him for free. However, whenever it involves a lot of people, it becomes more, I guess, less of a favor. It's more of a task or a job. So he feels kind of inclined to pay me, which, whatever. I'm not taking the money from you. I'm taking it from your comrades, from your buddies, from your friends. So that's where I don't feel bad, right? However, this last time, and I know this is a communication thing. I know I should have been more forward. But the thing is, it's not really about him. It's more about his buddies. His buddies don't pay him to pay me. It's like he's a middleman, and I don't want to be an asshole to him because it doesn't. I mean, sure, he could be more forward with them, like, yo, guys, let's fucking pay my cousin. Like, he absolutely could do that. But he doesn't. So that's where I'm kind of working. Like, how do you go about that, guys? How do you get angry at something that doesn't involve the person you love? but essentially it does. Like, how do you do that? So that's why from now on I'm gonna be more forward. You know, I don't like being forward to people I love, especially people I respect or put in a certain pedestal. But you know what? Fuck that. We're doing it, and yeah. Another little gripe I got against some people. People that say that they're gonna get a new job, or they're like, oh, I'm just gonna start looking. I believe you. I believe that you want to start looking. I just don't believe that you're gonna do what you're gonna do, because if you want to do something, you would have gotten it done, or at least there'd be more effort. Like, I had this coworker once who would always say, that he wants to leave the job. Like, man, fuck this job. I'm not getting the money I want. It's slow, and I feel like we work too much. And okay, those are all valid points. I agree with you, brother. This job sucks for that matter. However, you're not doing shit about it. You're just fucking spewing it. And me being like, yeah, man, agreeing with you is making you feel good, but in the long run, you're just wasting your time. Because this happened, I would say, last year, and I got fired maybe a few days after for a reason that's not here nor there. But I'll talk about it after this. But yeah, so I got fired, and then that was kind of like, that would have been his green light, like, get the fuck out of there. But he didn't. He ended up I think, from what other coworkers told me, he just got transferred to a different location, which I guess in theory that's another job, but it's not. It's kind of like saying you're sick of your family. Like, you don't, I don't know, you're sick of your family and you're tired of them. But no, that's a shitty analogy. I'm not even gonna go there. That's a stupid analogy. I don't even know where I was going with that. But yeah, so essentially, I don't know why people do that. Essentially what I'm saying, if you're tired of your job, get fired from it. That is, honestly, that sounds really dumb and funny, kind of. But I believe that. If you don't like your job, get fired, because it's inevitable that you're gonna, without a doubt, you will leave. Unless you actually have that kind of mental fortitude and capacity to leave, then yeah, you'll do it. I am in front of a store because I'm running errands while I'm filming this. But I don't want to get out yet. I want to finish this. Let's see. What else? I feel like I have a lot to say about that, but yeah, what are your new goals of the year? Fuck resolutions. Resolutions is just like, I'm gonna do it for like maybe the first week, and if it doesn't get done, then I'll try next year. But a goal is more of a long-term thing. My goals for this year are to be working for this company right here, Bloody Sunday. That I'm trying really hard. I made this art piece. I'll pop it up here, and I think it'll, I'm putting the energy out there. I think I just want to work somewhere where, one, not benefits, because benefit sounds like a useful word, like a parasitic relationship, but I want to work somewhere where I have fun, where I genuinely have fun, and it kind of lubricates my brain and my art side, and it just keeps me going into a path I want to, lean towards, which is a creative path. I think it'd be super dope if this year I get closer to that. And if somebody asks me what I do for work, I want to be proud to say, not because I'm embarrassed of a job or something like that, because I've had jobs that are, not awesome. Like I've been like a dog caretaker, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to be proud of something like, I want people to ask me, and I want to have that glow in my face when I'm talking about my job, and I want to be passionate about it when I'm talking, like, yeah, I love this job, and then we met this person, and now we're working on this design, and you know, I want to have that drive and that passion. That is my goal for this year, to get closer to that. And if it's not this company, I want to just, you know, figure something out. But right now, all my eggs on this basket, essentially, to work for this company until, you know, my brain thinks of something else. But yes, what are you guys thinking, huh? What are your goals? Are you gonna start drop shipping 2023? Easiest, most lucrative? Kidding. It's because I've seen a lot of those videos recently. I wanna figure out my I want to try to move out, dude. I want to try to, but I'm getting married. I mean, this isn't I guess technically this is like a wedding band, but I'm engaged to my honey, and you know, I want to get that figured out. My wedding figured out. Nothing crazy, nothing huge, just very intimate, immediate family, and then like really close people. I want to do that. But of course I'm gonna have like a huge party, like not a reception. It has nothing to do with our wedding, but just like a party I want to have before our wedding, which typically would be after the wedding. But no, I want to throw like a rager, but not really a rager. It'll be more of a yeah, I guess I could be a rager. I don't even know why I did it. Yeah, my brain's everywhere. My first pod of the year, okay, so it'll be a lot less ADHD. I promise. It'll be a lot more cohesive, a lot less brain spitting, mouth word puking. But yeah, just wanted to start that one off. Quick little pod, nothing crazy. It was more of a check-in, internal. The goal is to, you know, eventually have people, like while I'm driving, you know, we just film a quick little pod ski. Just a little pod ski, dude. I know this is my Californian showing, and I'm proud of it, because I would hate to be from Nebraska, or I don't know if that's a Nebraska accent, but you know what? I'll tell one more story. And get out of your hair. So my sister-in-law, I love her to death. I fucking love her to death. She's awesome. She loves to talk about herself, but I love to listen, you know? And this last year, I got her this pass to this national forest thing, and you can go to all the national parks, because she's a camper. So an outdoorsy, camper. She's got like the modded car, the Jeep and everything, right? And I essentially got forced into buying it because she really wanted it. But this was the caveat. She said, if you buy me this pass, I will get you a really cool Christmas gift. And I believed it, dude. She got me a gift, all right. The pass was $80, right? Doesn't matter the price, $80, okay? So in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, so she hyped it up that she's gonna give something good. It's gotta be like $80 at least, because that's how much I spent on her stupid pass, 80 something. So she ends up getting me these undershirts, just like, you know, those plain shirts that you wear under dress shirts or whatever, just these plain shirts, pack of 3, which was probably $35 at most. And that's not the issue. My issue is not that she got me that. My issue is that she hyped up that she was getting me this like crazy thing, this fucking super dope ass gift, which it is a dope gift. It is. It's just, she put no effort. She hyped it up, she waited last second, and she put no effort. The reason why I know is because my girl told me she bought my gift literally the day before Christmas. And I would have given a fuck if she got me like a $15 gift that she handmade, but you know, the effort. And the thing is, it's not even something I wear. It's like this weird undershirt with like, it's got like this pinch at the center, like at the side of the shirt there's like this pinch, so it kind of looks like a dress on a shirt, because it's kind of like long, and it's like a fashion that was maybe 2015, and I kind of got annoyed at that. I made a joke about it. I'm like, oh, whoa, I love this shirts. Now this is what I was waiting for. This was the crazy gift I was expecting. And I know that joke is untasteful because, or distasteful, I should say. Sorry, I'm a dummy. Distasteful because it's not the gift, it's the intention. But her intentions were to get me a shitty gift and not from her heart. So, yeah. That happened. Let's see. Yeah, so right now she's in Europe and I'm waiting. Hopefully she was bullshitting, like, hey, I planned to get you something from Europe. I mean, if she gets me a shot glass, I'm more than grateful. That's the fact that she thought of me. And it's because my girl made sure she thought of me. That's fine. It sounds like I'm a complainer bitch boy. That's an ungrateful asshole. And I'm not. I always try to think of everybody. And I know not everyone's gonna think like that. So that's my issue. I expect too much. But 2024, have no expectations. Think no one's gonna do shit for you. That way I'll never be disappointed. Anyway, that's it for the pod. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys kind of like this, if it feels like we're hanging out, subscribe, please. Like, do all that jazz. And again, I'll see you guys next time. Adios. That was fucking cringe.